Over on the A stream, but you guys are here with us on the C stream. We've got the local Giants versus the real Giants.
Yeah.
It's Astralis.
On their most gigantic map.
Yeah, it's Nuke.
It's Nuke.
You know what? What's funny enough is that earlier on the A stream, we had a little segment, like one of the backstage stream clips, where people were discussing like who would be the team to dethrone Astralis on Nuke. And you know, the consensus towards the end became like, well, it should be somebody obscure. It's going to be someone no one expects. No one expects this.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
No.
Let's be real. This is one of the most lopsided games that we're probably going to get at this entire event.
This would be the biggest upset in CSGO history on a single map.
Yeah, exactly.
So that would be, on Nuke at least right now. So it'd be fun to watch. I think, you know, literally if Giants get 10 rounds here.
They should just win.
They should get a point or something.
It's going to be a rough one, but it's also going to be exciting
surprise.
Regardless. Astralis obviously dismantling the Ninjas. Ninjas got, I think, 8 rounds on them in the opening round 1 matchup. So if Astralis are in the type of form today that they're able to dispatch of Ninjas in such a fashion, then what are they going to do to the Giants? Well, it's time to find out. We're into the pistol with Astralis on the CT side. Device.
Okay.
Spanked by the nimble Fox, who hops along through ramp, and now we've got Tease flooding into the A site with another kill in their favor. It's a 4 versus 3.
I knew they'd win the entire time. That's a Gush out as well. Magisk is hurt, and will have to fall back. Be a bit more timid. Zipix loses his duel. These guys are definitely very warmed up at the moment. Dupree, the last player with a lot of HP and a bit of armor. One I was probably thinking about saving. Wow. So he's going to make his way back. They did, yeah, and that's how it all starts, right?
Every game tends to start with a pistol, yes.
Right. And the winner of both pistols in matchmaking wins the game over 80% of the time.
80% of the time, half the time.
Every time, half the time.
Yeah. Now, you're right, Mohan. Pistols can be key, but I also realize that Astralis are the caliber of team who could very well just force buy around this and make it work. You know, Nuke's a map that can play into the favor of the force buy if you use it properly.
I would love to see that they were too scared to force buy here. Okay, all right, yeah. The scout comes out right away.
Throws it to Device. We'll get Kevlar, most certainly.
This will be beautiful. And you can see where he was off just a little bit. The crosshair placement was good. Just shot a little too late on the first one.
Ooh.
Went a bit slow after that. And yeah, Giants are here to play. They looked awesome. So the force up is in, and this is interesting. We've got 3 HE grenades, 3 smoke grenades, and then assorted pistols in the scout. I want to know how all these HEs are being used. First smoke goes out into Squeaky. What are the priorities here? You know they've got a really good plan on these ecos. And Device is obviously just locking it down outside the warden of the silo. And he's got Glaive in the close position. They often work in tandem.
Hand in hand.
It's allowing Glaive to get close. He's hearing stuff, too. Oh, he's in a smoke. And it looks like they're just kind of free-handing the second one.
Was that the top of silo? Roman just got obliterated by Magisk.
Where was that? Yeah, it's a good question.
Quite sure. Oh, it's through Squeaky door. Okay, so Squeaky to deep lobby. Deagle bests the AK. That trajectory from the smoke should tell him that there's a player on hut, but Dupree drops down, and he gets a back turn. Just spams away for the second kill and finds himself alone. Muteris close, though. Key that he spams through smoke. And the damage is there on the 2 remaining players. The damage is there that they lost 3. But ultimately, Giants take their round.
It was close. Yeah, it was very close. Dupree, if he got those kills and then waited, he might have been safer. But he didn't know that there's a 3rd player coming late through the hut who had just spammed Muteris. Like, really smart from him. And it was the last 2 remaining players to get 4 of the 5 kills in total. But Giants clean up the Antico. No small feat whatsoever. Another sort of buy. They probably shouldn't be buying at all for, you know, a good amount of utility and stuff next round. But I guess... Oh, sorry. They won't have a lot of money, no matter what. 2 Deagles here, 1 on Magisk and 1 on Dupree. And Giants go back to outside. Last time they avoided, they didn't even worry about Glaive outside or clearing out outside at all. They found that pistol. That might have been an even cleaner round for them. Here they're escorting 1 out. There's a small push in a ramp that is quickly shied away. Zipix goes all the way onto the ramp itself. And there's an interesting crossfire setup here by the door in secret, hoping for that lower walk-in. The worst thing that you could do if you're a Giants is be too afraid. Definitely at this point. Doesn't seem like they are, so we'll give them that. But Fox gets tagged, and no progress has been made for a few moments now. But it looks like they will continue on with ramp.
Which was a key piece in their success versus the Riders earlier today. Loved getting onto this B site via ramp. They'll open up with a second kill. Fox Mac-10's Glaive.
Nice. This is good. They threaten ramp, go back to upstairs, have dropped the secret guys into the lower site, which was 2 of them. It was Device and Dupree, and Zipix, the ramp player, ends up getting killed. And those have to sit and wait now. It's actually pretty clean so far, apart from this 1 kill from Dupree with his Deagle, and I don't know if they can protect that gun. Fox will probably want to try to upgrade. He also would love to find CT to maybe kill. But I think they're maybe more concerned about just straight up losing right now, so they'll play it patiently, which is totally fine. Molotov and AK to recover. Can't put that Kevlar back on, unfortunately. That's a shame.
Get the Molotov.
Let's use it as a little bait here. Little bear trap.
Honeypot.
Oh, he's never... Oh.
Go get it! Dupree's going to let it slide. Still picks up the AK, which is 1 prize possession. Bomb pops off, and the 4 remaining members of Giants. This is a crucial round for them, I'd argue. Not only are you getting Mac-10 kills and that money, but keeping 4 up after having sustained heavy losses in your second round. It's good.
Yeah.
You know, it's not every day that the Giants players will have a 3-0 lead over Astralis. So on the one day that's ever going to happen, you'd hope they have some money to try and continue momentum.
Fair point. A lot of grenades here. 1 of each for everybody who could afford it. That means 1 flashbang per player at the moment. None on Device, none on Magisk. Initial nades go out to try to stop any kind of rush. There was a chance there they could have caught Glaive out from that fast peek on Silo. I actually thought that was really important for them. They got on Silo fast versus Movie Star Riders in the plan earlier today. A play they like to make would have been nice. And they always have the advantage of being a different team that that Astralis aren't used to. Try to get these cheeky kills. And Dupree will be the doorman for this evening. I think he's charging a high cover fee. I don't know how many people he's going to let in.
Find out. Zipex is meant to hold one of his own. Too many targets just at the same time. They're duplicating before his eyes. And again, it's one of those situations where Giants are going to get onto a bomb site with players being on such low HP. Just like the round prior. They could have eaten heavier losses before the plant happens, but 4-0 for Giants. 5 weapons potentially saved.
Yeah, should be. I wouldn't even chase. You know it's going to be a full buy again. You know they're going to have some great exit setup.
This is the end of an era.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's just super strong start. That was a Mac-10 entry on ramp. Fox is slid out like Michael Jackson on stage.
Dude, the 2 of them at the same time around the... They just bamboozled him.
And then I was just talking up Dupree, he's the doorman with the high cover fee, and he gets blown away on his favorite angle, sitting atop the box.
Obviously, 3 weapons saved for Astralis. This is going to be an easy round to write off. So what if it's 4-0? Looking to recuperate your losses already. That's Dupree.
He was switching, too.
Bro, Roman is a bit of a beast. He popped off on Dust 2. Despite losing to Cloud9, I mean, he was Giants automatic.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Finished the map with 29 kills, just like Noah said.
Huge.
But we're back into the bye. There's an op on only one side, and it's in the hands of Device.
And Roman keeps going up there to try to catch somebody pushing up close. I think he's just barely missing Glaive. Doesn't know how lucky he is, but I'm sure Glaive is, looking up top too, ready for that fight. And this will come down to a peek. He made a step for sure. Nades are going to go over. Muterus, does he want to take this fight? Could have been a prime opportunity, maybe take a rifler out, but he doesn't go for it. But this does open avenue into lower if he'd like to go there. We saw Muterus oftentimes leading the charge downstairs.
He's going to be committed to the back vent. Dupree lets them challenge the drop if necessary. He will get down. Oh, no. Oh, the bomb's been fumbled. That is a crucial mistake and one that's going to cost you. It's what we always talk about with a team like Astralis, minimizing mistakes. And if you don't, they will punish you for it. And this is going to be a really tough one to recuperate.
It's such an awkward spot, too. It's not just in front of the vent. It's not like, it's like just on the corner.
It's like tucked around.
You have to expose yourself way too much to get this safely. He's got a teammate coming in through mini, but it's 5v2. Everybody's been shut down. Dupree's Asian vent, and he doesn't need to peek. But he will die.
Ooh, a chance for a second, but no. Just Muterus left. 15 seconds, no bomb. So it is going to be Astralis on the board. Took 5 rounds, but they did this one convincingly.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue that it is born off of a mistake from Giants, not getting themselves down vents, fumbling the bomb in the smoke.
It's like the nature of the beast with the squeaky drops, which is, it sucks because it's such an important part of Nuke, but you don't have another way to do it, right? You've got to throw a smoke down kind of in front of Squeaky, and you've just got to hope you like run in properly.
Line it up.
And there's always going to be a Squeaky guy.
It's muscle memory.
Usually Dupree, who just is spamming through to try to get some damage. At least Roman gets downstairs, but I mean, yeah, it's, you know, he misses the vent pretty badly, and then the bomb drops in a really awkward spot as well, as everybody else dies. Round over. Astralis come back. The beginning of an era.
Like a phoenix, you know?
Rising from the ashes.
In a 1-round turnaround. Of course, a round that was coupled with bountiful bits of utility for Astralis. Easy buyback when they saved 3 players in the 4th round. So the 5th had all the bells and whistles. And the 6th one will be the exact same case for both sides.
I guarantee there's going to be a round where Giants are like, guys, we're not playing like ourselves right now. And then they just like rush upstairs and get demolished. But they'll be more comfortable because they're playing like themselves. And I would like to see the high tempo. We know they're aggressive.
Ooh.
There's a first kill from Roman.
If he had continued that spray down, there's a very real chance he grabs a second. But the second kill of this round instead will belong to Device.
This is a cool way to steal Secret. They ran 2 distractions, the one in the Squeaky to make sure the mini guy cannot peek, and then someone top silo to challenge. So Device is busy as well. Muterus getting into lower might not be known to Astralis, even though they might have an inkling. It depends. If they cut off information outside, then they might just guess someone went lower. But if they are kind of peeking it, maybe they feel more comfortable than they should. And I think they combined there. Door gets opened downstairs, and Muterus has a chance to flank.
They have no clue.
What is the passive setup, though? Does it cover this POV?
Oh, he's hiding behind the box.
Interesting. Oh,
but he swings wide at the perfect time. Could that have been any better? Zipex has his player distracted. Device saved by the clutch minister himself. Now it's going to be on Roman 1v3.
I think he checked that specifically
because
for this
he knew
reason.
It was open.
Yeah, because they.
But at that moment, like, it would have been one thing had the flank killed Device, and then Zipex comes out half a second later. But the saving grace is the timing there from Zipex.
Definitely. I
wow.
mean, definitely unfortunate timing, but I do think it's not a coincidence that he checked that.
They were aware.
Because of Device. You can see Device is clearly lacking information outside, so that means they've got to be aware. Also, if he saw maybe a nade come out at ramp, or maybe he heard something at ramp. I'm not sure, but either way, yeah, that's the problem when a lurk takes a long time. And it's not like he wasted time. He kind of walked as fast as he could all the way to ramp.
He had to wait for
it's just a long distance.
The utility to cover the sound cue of him opening door as well. So wasn't entirely his call. But here we go. Astralis, 2nd round of the board, and again we're gonna have them in the opening pick here in the 7th. There's going to be 0 pressure for Device. He is content to wait and wait.
Oh, he's holding that tight.
Smoke grenades could allow Muterus to get himself across, or does Device get tunnel visioned?
Yeah, it looks like Muterus has done a good job of just kind of being an unknown quantity outside, knowing when to pull off his lurks, how fast, how slow to go. He's made some noise. Not sure if this is known by Device. And he sneaks his way downstairs. You can't really tell if Device calmed. Can't see his mouth right now.
Dupree's ready. He'll be bottled off his first position. Muterus doubles back.
Yeah, I guess because he made noise, he was like, all right, well, I'm not going to pretend like they don't know I'm here.
It's going to be ramping question. Zipex to be challenged yet again. Fires off a couple rounds as he's flashed off his angle.
Not a terrible game plan. It depends how well they can use downstairs. They just have to be confident about where they find fights. And nice shot!
And it drops Device of all players. That's the upper down. Zipex traded out, but Glaive still in position towards ramp. Muterus gets up into the heavens. Magisk knows that he's compromised, but he's just going to dance around the silos, cutting off the bomb carrier, cutting this down to the last 15 seconds. And as Muterus falls, so will the Giants. Astralis. And a third round.
A cool round. A cool round. And if he flanks Hell and they take ramp, they still have the option to go upstairs. So if they kill Device in Heaven, they take ramp control, then they can literally go up the ladder.
Yeah.
That's actually not bad of a situation. Yeah, Muterus does something cool. Glaive playing the exact same angle. Zipex there. And they do eventually work their way up, but Magisk is obviously a brand new beast upstairs. Another threat.
Now the Giants will find themselves on pistols. That momentum that they've established from the get-go is gone. Oh boy, it's a shooting gallery. And it's not shooting back with much. Device 3 kills, just commits to the 4 players versus him. Picking up 75%'s not bad. Dupree sends Zelen cartwheeling downwards, and now we've got a tied game, 4 rounds apiece.
A very quick hold, lots of money to buy. No op though, I don't think, for the T's. They're not going to worry about it. They want to have high mobility. Yeah, they're especially on T side. You're seeing Fox basically thinking about it on CT side. I think economically speaking, it just makes more sense. You have way more chances to win if you have rifles the entire half, and if you can do that, it makes sense for you. You get nades more often. You have more guns that can be dropped to people that'll be useful to people. You can keep rounds going. You can also pick up ops if you win the round. And so if you never spend money on an op, you might have like 1 or 2 full buys. More because of it, because it's literally 2 times the price of 1 AK. Not literally,
but figuratively.
But literally doesn't mean literally.
Not anymore.
So
it's got 2 definitions.
Yeah, I'm writing that like a.
Who would have saw that one coming?
I know. Literally. Just a filthy millennial at the end of the day.
I bet you like avocados.
I love avocados, and it's your fault that you've never had an avocado because they don't sell them in your town. That's weird. Anyways.
Don't judge me. Let's judge the Giants, because they've got a 5v4, and that's not going to be something that you get too often. So shoulder peeking around a door, giving away kills, and what is seconds after is not the best, but Roman.
Wait, was he spotted?
No. Oh my Roman.
How did he even do this?
Heaven.
Yeah, this could be just
Heaven
a free
choice.
Why would he even look at this? Yeah, take your time.
Hello. Goodbye.
Spotted. 2 up. 2 down.
That's a huge play from Roman. He skirts by Glaive outside and gets himself and his team the huge opening on this A site and the man advantage on top of it.
And they have perfect after plant spots.
This is spicy. Device, however, is in with an angle. It's going to swap over the pistol. Zelen just running, trying to hide. Glaive trying to get back into the equation. Device has irked his way through Squeaky Door. Big problem will be closing that gap, getting on the site, or even getting these kills. Like, these aren't duels you have to take. The time is still there for the defuse, but it will soon be gone. Glaive's going to go sprinting onto bomb, and it's not even going to matter.
Well played.
This is a 5th for the Giants.
Well played. Well
All
played.
Roman.
Yeah, no. That's... I don't even know how he got to the back of Hell, do you know?
I'm not sure where Glaive was at, because at one point Glaive is over on red box when Roman's already like deep towards Hell.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe Roman slipped off of Mini while Glaive was over towards red.
That could have been
Or if
it.
Glaive was under Silo and the Mini happened.
No, you're probably right, because Roman has been going to the top of Silo a lot of the rounds, so he probably did the drop and then...
He was, so it was Glaive behind red box catching the player on secret stairs. It must have been a Mini drop to Hell.
Super good stuff, and if they can pull that off more, great. They're actually pulling off so many more lurks I thought that would be possible.
Right.
Roman going to the top of Silo one more time. He is running the risk of getting opt by Device, but it's so much less often you see Device here now on Nuke. But I guess now that they see that Giants have an affinity for it, they're going to give it a shot. Ooh.
You brought this up. You said eventually they're just going to go for the pummel towards the A site. Oh, nobody checks upwards until Fox actually will. Second man in gets the job done. Glaven Magus with a kill apiece, and Roman's going to respond. He is still alive. Would need a 4K and the 1v3 clutch on top of it. That's a tall order, but can't even manage the low HP of Magus.
He had that proper, like he cleared all the angles properly.
Yep.
I love how he jumped to throw that smoke instead of exposing himself to Mini. Just a nice little touch there. Very safe. The flash to bounce off Asian vent so he could peek with it without getting blind, and then clearing Fur.
Don't forget that when we started today with the Iberian qualifier finals, Giants had 5 T rounds on Nuke after the entire half versus Riders. They have those 5 rounds now versus Astralis.
So you're saying
still
that
there's 5 to go.
Riders are the Astralis of Spain.
It could very well be.
Okay.
Or I'm saying we can't write off Giants based on the results of earlier, and that they at least deserve to be taken seriously until 10-10.
Okay.
You know?
Sure. Very, very fair. Muterus has got the AK, the only AK. Everybody else has armor. I think he just had like a surplus of money. One of the benefits of not buying ops. And Dupree's just going to go ahead and protect the vents.
Which is about to be in question. Yeah, they're going to trickle and filter their way to their own demise. Stacked high, the bodies piled towards the B site. Dupree's going to manage with a 4K, so
it's great.
Easy.
Dream situation for him.
Yep.
He's like, I've been waiting my whole life for this. Thank you. I'll go down the vent now and meet you there. High five, high five, high five.
See you guys on B. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Oh, it's the same replay. I was like, damn, how many kills did he? All right,
yeah.
Just the 4. So solid stuff. Back with pistols once more. Giants trying to get through the muddy economic situation.
Treacherous waters.
Full of crocodiles.
Those are the dangerous ones. No,
Listen, man, they're all dinosaurs.
True. That's a good point.
Flying op shot. Gonna miss its mark. Secret stairs could become in question, but we've already got Dupree rapidly running downwards. Puts the fire in front of them. Ooh, and then he even challenges. Takes a shot to the head, though. 20 HP is not much.
Yeah. They will cross and do the gauntlets. One makes room, and Dupree readjusts, but Zipix is already there.
Has bomb.
Yeah, and Dupree's obviously looking for that top of the railing, back to the silo spot. Muterus goes to collect the bomb and Zipix's face.
Dupree's still low, but he's got a lot of audio cues going on here. Kill Dream could have been the buzz kill if that bomb was never picked back up, but they get their paws on it, only to then fall at the hands of Device. Fox won't best Magisk, and Astralis will continue with these round wins. 7-5 as their CT side gains steam and momentum, looking to close this one off with double digits.
Indeed. At least they're making him work hard for it. That looked like a promising round. They'd get into lower. They didn't just get melted. And they did go down for the vent again, which I thought was pretty brave, considering how well Dupree handled it the last time they tried. Once again, lots of buys. They've got a little bit of extra cash in the bank, so you know they've got everything they need. They could buy kits if they wanted to. Not that they would, of course. And it's a fast ramp play that elicits a early rotation down into the site, and they're just chasing him all the way through. I don't know. Where's Zipix right now? Oh.
There's no one on B.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
They can plant. Go for it.
That's wild. Okay, 5v5. This is going to get chaotic. This is going to get crazy. No. You're not Lowell.
You mean S-Attack?
Yep. Tomato, potato. You know? Fox trades back. Device 1 and done. So it's not very pretty for Astralis trying to fight their way back into the site, but at least they're trading efficiently. 3 players still up, and now it's Zelen to really hammer this one home. Zipix gets himself out of the bomb site, but doesn't know where everybody is. because of that, we've got Giants with the 6th round. That was a 5-player plant on the B site. They chased Device, and I don't even know if Device knew what was behind him.
Dude, they were so fast. I mean, they flipped off the light switch and were under the sheet before the room went dark.
I mean, that was like a pack of rabid dogs, but he's just got his Bose QC35 sound-canceling headphones on, and that's the end of it. Nobody gets past. He's oblivious.
Yeah. That was beautiful. Why not? Why not go all the way? You don't see him go ramp? Cool. Get down there. And if they know that Xyp9x is not going to be that prepared by himself, man, I'm glad they felt comfortable looking for the fight. Two ops as the adjustments. As we round out the half, Magic gets an opening kill, and it's another fast upstairs explode. This didn't go well last time. It's not going well this one either.
Nope. Player does get through squeaky door, but dupree's already hopped down on them. Muterus has to retreat from the rooftops. Out of all the plays we've actually seen from Giants, I feel like that one's the least successful.
I know, yeah. You kind of wish they don't play like themselves.
Yeah.
Because they were doing so well on the other stuff. But, you know...
It is only the 2nd try.
It is, yeah. And, you know, half can get kind of stale if you're just... And it can be very frustrating if they go for those slow outside to lower plays or try to pull off too many lurks to the point that it gets gimmicky. So good that they are kind of keeping it a little bit different. And there's nothing illegitimate about a rush upstairs, I think.
Nope.
It's just Astralis just waiting for the opportunity to stop it. It's going to be one of the rounds they're best at is the only problem. But as we do come into round 15, the Giants can pull off 7 rounds. I mean, they had a little bit of surplus of money from that last round. Even though they lose, they can full buy again. Again, I think it's because they have been avoiding the ops. Won't exactly be that easy on the CT side, but still, man, it's a pretty nice half. It's a pretty nice half.
They did say they prepared for this. In Fox's interview, he said that you know, the 3 teams they prepared for coming into the event was first and foremost Riders. Secondly, they followed suit with Cloud9 and Astralis because if they won that opening best of 3, then they knew they had these 2 players or teams rather to play against. Everybody else can be dealt with tomorrow. You know, they'll have time overnight.
That's true.
So their mentality was, let's succeed today.
That's the cool part about a short tournament. You can compartmentalize, really just figure everything out ahead of time. And it seems to be a smart decision. Roman going for that lurk one more time. I like it. But Device does find the better of him nice and early in round 15. Blade gets a kill. Magic's consistent upstairs. Basically a 1.0 KPR when it comes to holds on this site. And now that's just 2 people up here for the Giants. Maybe lucky that this half doesn't go on much longer because some of the stuff they've been pulling out now is just getting shut down a bit. But still, lots of great rounds to look back on.
6 isn't half bad. Add to the tally, add to the stats. Zelen, how many more are you good for? Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Gets his first, and Astralis will take 9. Now, to be fair, 6 rounds looks good until you remember that it was that 4-0 start from the Giants that began Nuke. That was a fantastic beginning, and we started to think ourselves, yeah, Astralis is just dead. Maybe that's an exaggeration.
That's the first thought that crossed my mind.
But no, brought back by Astralis, as we would have expected. They're the best team in the world, and they are near undefeated on this map. It's a ridiculous streak. No offense, but Giants were never going to break that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not over.
Oh, right, yes. Yeah, I mean, Giants still have a chance to break
Now we know how you really feel. It's close, man. It's 8-7. It's like really, or 9-6. It's really close. Some good rounds to look back on. We look at the kills here. 18 and 6 for dupreeh. He had a lot of action in front of the mini. And it was obviously a pistol round that helped out quite a bit for Giants.
I was pretty surprised actually at the number of rounds where Astralis looked like they kind of lost track of where Giants got off to.
It's tough. It's so tough sometimes. You play a new team on Nuke, and they start going outside and ramp,
flanking you heaven,
and they're just moving faster than you thought they would. And you know, teams come in and they're like, they anticipate a certain amount of respect, right? And a fresh team might not give them that respect. And I think that's part of the reason they were able to just like, hey, let's rush ramp this round. Hey, I'm gonna get out to the back of hell, flank ladder, flank heaven, and kill 2 players with no answer, and escort you guys into upstairs site. I think that comes with the fact that they're an unknown quantity.
All while their busloads of fans are lighting smoke grenades in the crowd and striking on drums.
Flares, Yeah, drumming.
Drumming.
They brought instruments.
Literal war drums.
That's awesome. Brings the atmosphere.
I mean, the atmosphere that we had in Lisbon was incredible, right? I think that's still one of the sickest blast crowds. I mean, Copenhagen was bigger, 12,000 people. Like, you can't contest that just yet. But Lisbon had that passion, and I would say even like the local Lisbon talent was amazing.
Yeah.
So like they had that energy, and to think like you can get that energy in bite-sized form and just ship it to other countries. That's what's happened here.
Yeah, kind of like the stage.
They came in buses, and us.
Yeah,
you know, we're all just flying around, but it's nice to have them here, and it's kind of more exciting than for that reason that we've got Giants on display all weekend long.
Yeah, total surprise to do Lisbon and then have it be 6,000 people and be louder than Copenhagen, which was 12K.
Yeah.
So
hey man, listen, they even contested with Sao Paulo, I'd argue.
Yeah, and they had and there was nobody knew. Nobody knew what a crowd would look like, how many people, how many tickets would be sold in that place, and the fact that they're not that far away. I mean, like we're talking about different countries here, but we're probably like 10 hours away from Lisbon on a bus, something like that.
Yeah, you can make sure.
I mean, it's like, you know, halfway across the country, basically a relatively a moderately sized country. So yeah, that's cool, and yeah, they're bringing the energy. So let's keep it going. That's awesome. And
you ready?
Today, I'm ready. Are you ready?
The second half's about to go live, so I hope you are, because it's up to them, Lunders.
Good.
It's going to be a pistol round, and we know that pistol rounds can change momentum. Momentum is what got them into position in the very first 4 rounds of this game on Nuke to begin with. So if we can get Giants with a second pistol and a second bout of success, then I'm all for it. You know, I want to see this one get even closer. You said if they got to 10 rounds, then, well, you'd at least give them
a point.
Yeah, a mental Mohan point.
Yeah, this will be a test for sure. T side. Okay. Nate to blow up Squeaky from the tees just to get line of sight as they start one of the more classic execs here out to ramp. Nothing fancy, nothing new. They threaten upstairs. 15 seconds on that smoke, so they're going to go back and use it actually. And look at the rotation. It is hasty.
Right into the A site. Oh, poor CTs. They're going to trying to hide by Silo. That duel lasts maybe a bit too long. 4 versus 3. Kills coming back in for Zipex. Fox tries to activate downwards, even with the high ground advantage. Poor guy just can't get his kills. Kill Dream's flank, unsuccessful. Astralis first team to double digits, and I'm sure winning this pistol is just going to open the floodgates in terms of a T side.
Isn't that cool though? Like they use the smoke to transition to an inner fake. It's like a double fake, but it's so fast they don't have to re-exec. They just use the same. They use the same blown open door and the same smoke, so nothing goes to waste. And then they get upstairs, and nobody's got eyes directly on Hut, which is the most important part. Astralis touch double digits with the 10 kills. 3 SMGs bought. They're here to make some money.
The MP5.
A sight for sore eyes.
I used to use it until I realized that the MP7, I think, is still just better. But the MP5 is cooler.
And then there's a price though. MP7 a little bit more expensive.
It's $200 the difference. I'm not made of money.
That's a whole night out.
Yep. Where is that MP5 at the moment? It's amidst the pack. That one solo player is Zipex, an ump on the one off. He still resides back towards T-spawn. Counter-terrorists rotate down slightly towards the B hit, seeing as they lost eyes on secret stairs. But now Device returns for the challenge outdoors. And as the smoke fades, it's a re-engage here from Astralis on B.
Fox will have to respect and respond to the Molotov that lands on the staircase. Sometimes teams get in front of it. That one was perfect, and love that. Man, just came right back in as it dissipated. Not on a moment's notice to get a kill that he needed to. But control room threatens. 3 players up from Astralis, however. And now it's 3-on-3.
Evened out the numbers. Kill Dream gets the fresh mag in. Doors being watched by Magis. Terrace swings it. And, he managed to.
He got it. Yeah, it was too late, though.
Dude, 1v2.
Very close.
Smoke fades in the face of Device. He blasts Kill Dream away.
Of course.
Bomb a quarter of the way gone.
Oh,
Roman's eventually going to have to tap it. It's a flashbang with it. Door swings so he knows where Device is. And in anticipation of a push here, which is exactly what Roman tries, Device, next level.
He's smart.
So smart.
I mean, yeah, he's still fine even if the bomb gets tapped since he preemptively opened the door, and that door wide open. How can you defuse in good conscience.
You can't.
You can't.
You have to push the kill, and
Yeah.
Device knows it, so he repositions and seals the round away.
Come into my control room, he says.
It is both Device, Dupree, or excuse me, all three, Magisk at the top of the board here for Astralis. That core trio is really tallying up the frags and rallying together.
Smoke out as they rush upstairs, and Kill Dream's pushed out of position.
Yeah.
Astralis looking for 12, and they're looking for it fast.
Reading the economy in this one, I'd argue, just fully aware of the fact that they are up against nothing. So why not disrespectfully tear through them? The flesh from the bone as Astralis find fire, 12-6, and this T side will not slow down.
That's fire for the first time. They're on fire for the first time in the match.
I believe so.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it took them 18
Took
rounds.
them 18 rounds to get on fire.
So 13-18. Those are the rounds that it needed. No, that's 6.
I wasn't going to check your math,
I
so you
know.
could have just, yeah.
But I started counting my fingers,
Right.
and I can't just lie to the people.
That's true. That would be rude. No op in play for
Still.
anybody. CTs aren't opping. They had money this round.
I don't think Giants have bought it at all. And this is interesting because we go back to the very first segment of today. Giants versus Riders. Kamikaze says, it's a question to me why Fox isn't put where he is best, and that is on the op. And we saw it come out throughout that series, but we haven't seen it here on Nuke.
Zipix wants revenge for what they did at ramp really fast that round. He's leading the entry here. Hog in, and one player down. They get control room. There's nobody else rotated fast enough, and it seems to be the exact same problem here. Dupree is even kind of putting the final nail in the coffin, just being outside and very far back. Catches Zelen, not even aware slightly that he could be coming that way. And Muterus makes his position known. He's going to be able to call out where Dupree's going, but this is not going to be an easy retake. Extremities of the site right now are the T's.
Fox drops behind box. Glaive ready for it, but can't best him.
Okay.
Now we've got a smoke on the bomb all of a sudden. Zipex is going to get spotted and shot at. Diffuser taps, and now it's down. It's just Dupree.
Wow.
1v3, he sprints down. There's another player on the bomb, but it's a 10-second defuse. 10 seconds, he's going to go all the way, and Dupree's so distracted that he might pull it off.
No way.
Oh, it's so close. 8 health the difference. And the Giants have at least got 1 round.
Not bad. That's a hard retake, man.
Dude.
That's a very hard retake to win. They had a lot of time. They had perfect afterplan spots. They had Dupree with information on 2 players, including 1 big rotate. That would come down secret late. He got a kill as well.
What a wild round.
Yeah, and I love how Fox approached that retake, dropping down into walking out to kill Magus Boy in the corner. That was cool. It was like he dropped down even though he saw nobody there, but maybe he dropped down to clear it fully. And it's this time Zipix will drop down into lower, and I'm not totally confident. Giants saw this? Yeah, wow, Fox just tries to get back into position. Again, he just seems to be such a key player at times. When he dies, it just, it gets really hairy. Zipix will now find comfort in the back of the site, and he's fighting people with a minute 26 seconds from the back of lower B as a T.
Just having a bit of fun with it, I guess.
This is so annoying to think about. Like if you're on the other side.
Yeah. As you try to hold the rest of the entire map for the other 4 players, as you try to hold back 4 players of Astralis, you've got Zipex just playing with you on B.
And he's looking for more. Oh, Zipex making his presence known, gets the kill. 3 for him. The fast vent drop into lower, kills Fox on the door, gets to the back of the site, challenges the ramp player at a minute 26, and then gets the last kill as well. Nice round from him. He's definitely proved the point. He's as good at taking lower as he is at holding it. And the first half might have been an exception.
Now the Giants are going to have to chew things over, as their money is not the best. Everybody's sitting around $2,500.
That's when it starts to feel like a long game. Gotta go pistols here to 14. It's a big comeback. It'll be an amazing VOD.
Muterus drops down through vents. No pressure on Squeaky Door at all. We've got Glaive, the front runner of the secret stairs. 3 players behind him amidst the smokes that they plumed. And Zipex in lobby. We've seen this setup before, and it's worked out for Astralis.
Yeah, a lot hinging on Muterus to get a kill, but it's just pistols, obviously. The preemptive vent drop is... It kind of sucks to have to think about that. Ideally, you don't drop until you lose control of outside, or secret, or vent. And if that happens, then you drop, you adjust, and you know exactly who's gonna rotate. And if your first rotator dies, well, that really sucks because then you've got to find a better adjustment. But if a team is really good at taking lower and they're doing it a lot, it might make sense to try to drop incognito early and just get him in lower, just so that can't be a problem. Just so a play like Zipix made is not going to happen. Yeah. And just hope that they're going to go for the early drop too, and then play 4 players, have someone watch the back of heaven, someone in rafters, someone upstairs, and then one person ramp the drop after too. It's kind of a beta setup, but it can be so much worse for you if someone gets in the vent and you're not there to stop it.
Fragging out the door, and this is sheer aggression. They're just going to try to charge headstrong into the A site. They've lost the first duel, but Magisk is able to catch Zelen, and then Dupree hits a headshot right there after. Still, Fox willing to fight from heaven, and players just charging through smokes. This is starting to crumble around them. Astralis certainly about to nab their 15th round. But I've seen many 16-0s in my day. Okay. And coming into this matchup, I thought I could be adding another to the tally. 7 rounds for Giants versus Astralis on Nuke of all maps. I respect it. Yeah. No, I mean, it was a good first half. That's it. Yeah, it was a good, and yeah, I mean, impressively, it's at the T side, that's hard. So that's cool. That's good. That's high. Yeah. Let's see if they get at least like 1 or 2 more rounds. Your own CT, that'd be cool. Yeah, eventually it's gonna turn around. Yeah, shoot on that one for a while. You gotta enjoy it. It's about the flavor. That's true. And it was basically another squeaky burst. It's a similar play to the one Giants made, except they just have better entry fraggers. So they just got away with it. Zelen, if only he got his feet onto Hut. They didn't need to fall. Okay. Yeah, I was like, did he get mollied? And I was like, no, he's not mollied, but he's like, doesn't seem comfortable. But I think he was fine. He could have just stayed up there. And he saw somebody as he was falling. He could have just clicked them. Could have been ready for the fight. Yeah. Next. Potentially the final round here of round 2 of the Blast Pro Series Madrid. Full buy up for Astralis versus majority rifles on Giants. There's an MP9 in the mix, there's lackluster utility, and a single kit. Oh, Headhunter Dupree. Top of the scoreboard in this match. Muterus does the dance of death with him. Neither player dropped. Still 5v5, and now we're going to see Astralis dip into that utility. So he gets sacrificed to the one true god. Gaben? I hope he's not taking sacrifice. Device is hurt. So that's a good start. They'll sneak into lower. They cut noise outside. Classic strat. A classic setup. Not really eliciting a reaction of any sort because they've just got Kill Dream downstairs. So he's going to patrol here and behind the site. Yeah, poor guy's got a lot coming towards it. Wow, he's not prepared for this at all. No. 5v3. Zipx swings squeaky wide, picks up a kill at the cost of much health, and yet the success still rolls forward for Astralis. The tide of the Danes clashes over the Giants, who have been washed away. A sweeping victory here on Nuke, 16-7. The streak continues. Astralis have not fumbled. They have not fallen. And now that's actually very convincing victories for them. Coming out of Blast Miami, where we were shocked at their day 2 performance, it's great to see them here in convincing fashion pick up those first wins. But we're done here on the C stream, and therefore, since the action is continuing elsewhere, Launders and I are going to call it quits and chuck you guys to the B stream.